Good evening. I'm Landon, Murmured and Press. Today, we're hiking an old railroad bed. While I'm walking here, I'm just thinking about how my gear's fitting, how the dog's doing, watching out for people. So, one topic about gear I just thought of while we're walking here is I'm at the point where I'm not worried about my gear not working. Yeah, I might be trying some new things, but it's typically things I would already have some confidence in. And I feel as if what I'm really concentrating on is, does this piece of kit work with my personal ecosystem, right? And making sure that it fits in the right pocket and, you know, it doesn't rub my knee the wrong way, or changing belts and things like that. So, trying to do about 4 miles today, or well, 4 miles in, 4 miles back, so 8 miles. Correction on my math. And I'm just crossing over where there's a dead animal somewhere, but just crossing over my 3-mile mark out. One thing I did today was laced up my boots a little different. I usually do a let me switch hands here. I usually do a Swiss heel lock when I'm doing mountainous terrain, but I knew this trail I'd be on was going to be super flat. This trail isn't finished yet, but it's going to be really flat most of the way to its destination. It's about 19-20 miles. And I want to do the whole thing one day, but for now we're just doing a chunk because I wanted to get the dog out. But one thing I changed for today was I put on a new belt. I literally just took my old SOE belt off my old belt kit and put it on, because I have this problem with my current EDC belt. It's not the jack of all trades belt. It's not good for holding your gun up and hiking. It's only good for one of those things. So what I found was I'd put it on, and the belt, leave it, and the belt to my, and of course you would switch sides. So I'm walking on that side the whole time. When you put the waist strap for the backpack on, it doesn't really fit, and you end up with like a belt around a hula hoop around your waist, or you end up with it above or below, and it's kind of just hinging on that belt. And if it's a hard belt, that belt digs back into your hips, and where if it's a soft belt, it just kind of rides like you normally would. And I like to wear a belt, so I have another belt. I just wanted to give this one a shot. It's a little heavier anyway. I've got about 35 pounds in the ruck today. My chest rig on. This, standard kit y'all have seen me in before. Not trying anything wild today. I haven't rucked in a little bit. So how about if I would just walk behind you? Would you change lanes? Absolutely not. You just want to get under my feet. Now you want to switch. God, you're weird, son. So I'm carrying in my chest rig, and this isn't a park or anything, but it is somewhat public, and wearing the camouflage alone kind of throws people off. I don't know why, but people avoid saying hi to me, which I don't exactly mind. Dog, get over here. Get out from under my feet. And but I have my shmug on, and it's kind of covering it up. I figure that's going to help. If the only thing they see is a dude in camouflage, I don't care. Here's a piece of the old track. Just short message today. I know I reached 100 subscribers. I owe you guys a special. I'm trying to get that in the works. Do a little shooting for it. Try to interview some people soon. It's just a lot going on. All right, so I just checked my map. It's about right. We just passed the 3 mile mark. Got about a mile till I can turn around. Feet hurt walking on this. This is like old railroad ballast. It's not the big ballast, it's kind of the top ballast. If you know anything about railroads, the bottom ballast are these giant rocks, and the top they kind of gratiate it. They put it in a gradient. But where I'm stopping and turning around is kind of a cool place I've heard about locally. It's called Veteran Healing Farm. I've made contact with some of their members in the past, and they seem like super cool people. I really just want to volunteer there, but I don't know, it seemed kind of serendipitous words, thesaurus, read a thesaurus, Landon, that my turnaround point would be there today if I wanted to walk this trail. So listen, most people try to ruck a lot heavier, shorter distances and faster. With my short legs, I try to just go for longevity. I don't mind slowing down as long as I finish. So at the halfway point, we're gonna stop, get the boy watered up, get me watered up, adjust my underoos, shake out some sticks, and we'll go from there. See you at the halfway point. At the halfway point, ain't we, buddy? I know. Make a bunch of noise. So I made it down here. Gear held up fine. Just let my feet cool down a little bit because I got fat feet. Blocking the dang camera. I want to wait for it to get a little darker. I kind of want it to get dark on the way back. So if you look at famous fighting forces throughout time, they train a lot of things at night. They do what they're good at night, or you know, approaching darkness or just after darkness. And that's important when in an emergency. If you're not competent when it's dark, you know, so it's kind of like driving. The first time y'all drove a car at night, it was a little different, I'm sure. Come here, son. We're just enjoying the security halt here and get back on the road here in a minute. We're making pretty good time back. I don't know if it's gonna get dark on me yet, but it's the end of the hike, right? It's, you want to stick your head down and grind, but treat it like you're still in enemy territory. Keep your head up. You'll breathe better anyway. You'll slow down if you put your head down. Just keep doing your 5s and 25s. Check your rear. And if you got buddies, check your buddies to keep your head up. You know, I know it might sound a little selfish, but checking on your buddies keeps you in check. If you don't have the wherewithal to check on your team, not a lot they're going to be able to depend on you if we took contact right now. Like, yeah, I'm not very winded, but my legs are tired. I could probably keep going, but I'm getting that itch where it's man, you could stop. Nah, I want to finish. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm training for this to be quick, I guess, where I'm just in and out. I'm not training for the ambush in the middle. That time, and then the time it takes for us to medevac a casualty, handle some kind of explosive device, set an ambush, set a trap, interrogate a subject, question a subject. I mean, you start adding tasks on. That's why you're training, to go into the darkness. If you're not comfortable in the dark, you're gonna rush through those things, and those things matter, right? Keeping security up, maintaining overwatch, doing those things. I know it's doggy. Doing those things that keep everyone else safe, keep your head on a swivel. You can't slack on it right when you get tired. It's the worst time. Besides, there's 2 times the Apache like to attack, and that's dawn and dusk. And if you've been working all day, dusk is gonna look like shit. I'd attack you then too. Right? Made it out. 8 miles in 3 hours and some change, I think is how it worked out. I'm not sure the exact time. I wasn't sprinting. I didn't stop very much. I stopped for a few seconds for the dog every now and then I took maybe a, I don't know, 10-15 minute halt. 10 minutes maybe at the halfway mark. I'm happy with that result. It could have been faster, but terrain kind of sucked. Yeah, it was flat, but walking on that gravel just annihilated my hips and my knees. But you know, it's just worth training, and it's something I haven't walked before. It's close to my area here, so figured I'd get familiar with it. What I want y'all to get out of this is it's important to train with all your stuff on if you can, and don't start stripping that shit off before you get to the truck, you know, because the mission's over when it's over. So you could start up right again when you get to the truck in a real deal thing. So don't just say just because you got to one mark on the line means you're done. That line continues. So do yourself a favor, get out there, put some weight on. It's good for your bone density anyway. We don't need none of you Nancy's breaking your elbows and shit. So get out here, train, sweat. I'm gonna get some chow. Hug your family, stay safe, y'all.